Subtracting integers. First, let's review adding integers on a number line. So we have -3 plus -2. First, start at the first number, so we got -3, and then we're adding -2, so we're actually taking away, so we go down 1, 2, and we can see that we end up at -5. Alright, here's a new one. We want to subtract 4 minus +7. And honestly, that's the same thing as just saying 4 minus a 7. We use a number line. We start at the 4 just like normal. And then we got to decide. We have -7. So should we go up or down? Well, obviously, if we're taking away 7, we should be going down. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We end up at -3. Here we have -2 minus 6. So I start at -2, and then I'm taking away 6. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So -2 minus 6 is -8. Now here's probably the most complicated one to think about. We have 5 minus -3. Now your mom has probably said that 2 wrongs don't make a right. But in math, she's wrong. In math, 2 negatives will make a positive. It's kind of like if you owe someone money, if you have debt, which would be negative, and someone or somehow you take away your debt, you actually come out with more money. So if you're getting rid of your debt, you have more money. So 5 minus -3, start off at 5. Minus a negative is really adding, and you go up 1, 2, 3. So 5 minus -3 is 8. We're taking away those negatives, so that actually makes a positive increase. Let's see what Google has to say about subtracting integers. You can see that what's come up, the first 2 things they talk about are adding. The third thing says that to subtract an integer, add its opposite. Here we have 4 minus 11. So Google says that if we are subtracting, that is the same as adding the opposite. So we've got 4 plus the opposite of a positive 11 is -11. So we got 4 plus -11. So I start at 4 like normal. And then we are taking away 11, or that's the same thing as adding -11. So I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 4 plus -11 is -7. Here we've got -2 minus -2. We said that subtraction is the same as adding the opposite. So we've got -2 plus the opposite of -2 is 2. Subtracting a negative is the same as adding. So we've got -2 plus 2. Start off at -2, and then I'm adding 2, so I should go up 1, 2. We end up back at 0. Last one, we have 3 minus -2. when you get really good at this, you're just going to recognize that this is an addition problem because we're taking away negatives. And according to Google, when you subtract, that is the same thing as adding the opposite of -2, which would be 2. So 3 minus -2 obviously is 5. I don't even need a number line for that.